Hey guys, it's Neeyah Auntie Pam here. We're back.
Hey guys, how's everybody doing?
Back, popular demand.
Oh yes, we are absolutely loving the response that we're getting from friends and family. You guys are watching, and I am so excited about that. I'm so happy about it. And we want you to keep watching, put your notifications on, and give us some feedback. What do you want us to talk about? What do you like? What do you don't like? We're open and ready to what are we doing?
Share our thoughts.
Oh, no, I'm getting ready to say.
Oh, sorry.
Sip, talk, and grow. But you know what, Neil? We don't have anything to sip on today. And what is this you're eating?
Taffy grapes.
Taffy grapes. How are you eating? And we're supposed to be talking. You see what I'm talking about? This is what millennials do. They don't even have enough intelligence to know not to eat while you're talking.
Father God.
See what I'm talking about?
Now, see, it's a lady I just told you it was a lady on YouTube. She making millions of money by talking and eating.
Yeah,
and you talking about...
Yeah, but we're talking serious things. We're talking information that people need to know and pay attention to. Don't nobody want to see you chomping on food. Look.
She's saying that, and people watch people all day. Would y'all? This is
not
a
that
dynamic
kind of show. This is not that kind of show. She's a millennial, and I am a baby boomer. Now, hello. Anyway,
okay.
So this one here comes to me with a subject, and we're going to be doing subjects like I said from time to time. There may be. I might agree with, she may not agree with. So this is a subject that I think needs to be addressed. So we'll let her go on, Miss Neeyah.
Hi guys. Okay. So you know me. I stay on social media. I see a lot of things on social media, especially on my Facebook page. And it's actually a topic that I've been seeing floating around for quite some time, and I'm a little confused. I have asked some of my guy friends, and Icy says she wants to hear our input on whether gender roles should still exist or not.
Who said that?
Icy.
Oh, okay. We'll talk about that. That's a great subject.
So the topic that I wanted to discuss or have Auntie talk about, because I'm always going to say people in my generation, millennials, I've ran across topics that says, some man wants to go on a trip or whatever.
Oh, that's my phone, guys. You know I have to get it. I'm sorry.
People like to go on trips. And there's guys that's saying like, if the woman pays for the hotel, I got the flights, and we can do stuff on Groupon. If the woman, they just want everything to go half and half. And me, myself, I have the same thoughts as my aunt. And I just wanted to hear her take on it, because if you follow me, you already know how I feel about that. And that's one of the reasons why me and my ex never went anywhere, because he had a problem with, I don't know though. Like, I don't know. Do you guys like go on a trip with your guy, whatever, and you pay for the flight? Or does your guy or husband pays for everything? And of course, when y'all get there, I'll pay for drinks, but do you all have a conversation before planning a trip or while booking a trip and say, hey, you buy a flight, I'ma buy this, and then, we gonna come together? Me, myself, you paying for everything. And then when we get there, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get some stuff, of course, souvenirs or whatever. But my generation really love going half and half on stuff, and it baffles me. And some of my friends, they do go half, and they help they guy out or whatever. And I have some friends who don't even have to go in their pockets at all. Their guy do it all, and I know those guys still exist. So another thing my friend told me is like Neeyah, some guys, they want a woman who can hold her own. They want a woman who can buy this and that. Absolutely, I totally agree. Definitely, as a woman, you should be able to hold your own. and I'm going to hold my own, but you're going to pay for everything, and I'm going to pay for something sometimes. But do not think we're going to go half. And that's another reason why I don't mind being single in this generation, because the way that the guys think today, they have you thinking you're less, you need to settle for less and all the rest of that. And nah, I'm not going half on anything. You pay for everything. You are the foundation. All right. Now, again, I'm saying I will pay for things, but stuff like that, don't even fix your lips talking about going half on anything.
Okay.
And that's my post.
Okay. All right. Number one, let me just say, the most important thing in a relationship is communication.
Absolutely.
And communication, in my opinion, is not me talking to you to influence you on my point of view, or you talking to me to influence me on your point of view.
Wow.
I say that we need to, more than anything, understand what we're trying to say to one another, and then respecting the difference.
Okay.
In talking or speaking or communicating within a relationship, male, female, and this is one of the reasons that I often say, you need to know who you're dealing with. But more importantly, you need to know yourself. You need to know what it is that you want out of a relationship with a guy. And I'm talking to women, and men need to know this too. This is one of the reasons why you have the problems that you have in relationships, because you don't talk to one another before a situation occurs. Now, we talked the other day or last week about getting into a sexual relationship with someone, and then what it is that you expect out of that relationship. You need to lay foundations. You need to lay down boundaries. You need to lay down what I want, what I don't want, what I expect, what I don't expect. And then you need to stick by that. The reason why women come into a situation and the whole conversation come up about a man paying is because of how the woman handles herself. I'm not going to move away from that, ladies. You have the key. You are the master of the relationship. But what you have to do is not make a man feel like he doesn't have anything to do with it. You cannot make a man feel like I'm in charge. You are in charge, but you don't need to make him feel like he has no say. You have to be smart enough, clever enough to make him feel like he's the one making the decisions. He's the one that's ruling. In fact, you are. So I'm just saying that you don't have to make him feel bad about that. But I'm going to say this as well. As far as Neeyah was asking about paying half and half, I talked about that last week, and I'm gonna tell you, I really don't know how that occurs, because again, I say a real man, a guy who's got himself together, a guy who takes pride in taking care of his woman, protecting her, doing for her, showering her with gifts. And I'm going to say this, women, if you got a guy like that, you better come to the table with something. Because just like you want a guy to do certain things for you, to you, and with you, you need to be able to do things that he needs and wants you to do as well. So if you're saying that you're going on a trip and you all can't, and look, if you paying half and half, you all can't even afford to go on a trip. Do you even understand what that means?
Huh?
You don't even understand what it means to go someplace. Don't try to go out of town or go on a trip and you can't afford it. And if you're looking for a guy to do something for you, he got to pay it all. I'm going to pay half and he going to pay half. No. You both need to wait until you can afford to go, and when you come back, your bills are paid. Don't go on a trip and you can't pay your rent. Don't go on a trip and you can't pay your car note. Don't go on a trip when you have not paid for your children's school. Don't go on a trip when your lights are turned off. Don't do that. So I'm saying that you have to be responsible. And in being responsible, you're going to choose a guy, and you're going to be the kind of woman where you don't even have to have that conversation.
Period.
I'm telling you, ladies, I would feel offended if a guy asked me to pay half.
Every time.
I would just be offended. Now let me say this. At the same time, it depends again on the kind of relationship that you're in with a fella. If you all been in a relationship and you are in agreement with, he have his place, you have yours, you doing your thing, he's doing his, and it may not be, and it's an exclusive relationship. But if this guy is dealing with other women and you're dealing with other men, absolutely not. You don't even need to go in your purse for nothing. I mean, I would be offended. I just would be offended. That's my
Icy
position.
said she feel like who initiates their trip should be the factor sometimes as well.
Well, what are you initiating for? Why are you initiating something like that?
Because maybe they saying like, oh, let's go to the Bahamas. I want to go to the Bahamas.
Who you saying that you as the female say let's go to the Bahamas?
Let's go to the Bahamas.
Okay, all right. Now let's take that.
I'm just saying it's an example.
Okay, if you say let's go to the Bahamas, and you pay for you guys to go to the Bahamas, what are you going to the Bahamas with him for? To do what? To do what? Now, come on with me. You going to the Bahamas with a guy. You said, let's go. Has he ever been? Is this his first time going to the Bahamas? He don't know that he should be asking you or telling you. He don't think that he want to take you to the Bahamas? Okay, so let's say it. You say, hey, baby, let's go to the Bahamas. And he said, okay, fine. So what's the next thing you're going to say? Who's paying?
That's what I'll be lost at.
I just want to know what's the conversation. So, but see, before you even got to that, you ought to know the kind of guy that you're dealing with. Mm-hmm. You ought to know it. Did he pay for? I heard Steve Harvey say something the other day which made so much sense.
What did he say? How
in the world are you asking a guy to be in a certain relationship, a certain kind of relationship with you, and he can't even buy you dinner? He can't even buy you dinner. But you know what? I'm so tired of the conversation about you buy this, I buy that, we buy this. No. You need to have a more stronger, committed relationship that does not lean so much on paying. I pay, you pay. Because what it is because you're in a situation where you can't afford to do anything. And if you with a guy who can't afford to do the things you need and want him to do, baby darling, you don't need to be with him right now. Now, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24-year-olds, that's another thing. But once you get a certain age and you've been out here and you've been struggling, why would you struggle with somebody and he's struggling and you struggling too? I just...
You know, people always, but they say money is not everything.
I agree.
You love, as long as you got love, you'll be able to conquer it all.
Is that true? Show me individuals who are in a relationship that's love. I want to hear from individuals who are in relationships that they're working. In that, okay, I wanted to go to the Bahamas, and I asked him, I said, hey, baby, let's go to the Bahamas. I didn't ask him.
That's
I told
right,
him,
sis.
hey, baby, let's go to the Bahamas, and you paid. What happened after y'all got there? I just want to know the scenario. What happened after? Because when I go on a trip with a guy, I don't have to think about it. I don't have to worry. So I don't know what the conversation is after you get there. You know. I don't know about that. So I want to hear from women who have gone on trips and they initiated the trip, they paid, and then what? I mean, I just want to hear what happened, because that's just something I wouldn't do,
And
the guys that I deal with would not let me do that, because they want to do whatever it is they want to please me. They want me happy. they want me happy. I don't have time to do that. I'm just trying to tell you, y'all need to help me. Okay,
you know
go
I'm
ahead.
about to start screaming, please,
I know.
please. But that's what my auntie wants to hear from you guys, and
I do.
We want you guys also to share this live. Like, whenever you guys is on here, share it so it can reach everybody. And
I want to hear from the guys. I really do. I'd like to hear, because I listen, I know what I know, but I don't know everything, and I admit that. And I'm open to hear other females' point of view. I like to know what is working, because the other thing that we're doing, why we're even having this format, this platform, is to get to solutions. Is to get to wonderful, happy, fun-loving relationships that are working. We have a generation coming up. Listen, they don't even know what it means to be in a great relationship. They see so much abuse. They see so much animosity. They see so much a disrespect.
Toxic relationships.
Right.
Toxic.
So we that are older, women that are my age group, please, I want to hear from you. I want to hear the kind of relationships that you've been in that is working. How do you know that something is working? Because you're happy. Because you're happy.
So, just reading off some comments. Auntie Pat, your sister is saying, who's training the men to, who's training the men to treat women like you're saying? Men do not think like this. Icy says she's voting you for president. My sis said, love don't pay the bills. Money, Kelly said, money isn't everything until you don't have any. Huh? But Kelly is speaking. She said, me and her and her husband share money.
Did you hear what she said?
Me and my husband.
A husband and a boyfriend, they're two different things.
Mm-hmm. Okay, before y'all was married, what was going on? I know Tim.
Well, no matter what was going on, it must have worked, because now they're married. So that's what I'm saying. I want to hear from that. And I'm simply saying that, let's get into that. See, a marriage and a relationship with a boyfriend and a girlfriend, that's two different things. And I'm going to say this, a relationship whereby you've not laid the boundaries, where you all are not exclusive. Now, let me say this. If you're in a relationship, ladies and guys, and you're not exclusive, listen, everything goes. Listen, if you don't want to have me, if you want me and you want to date other women, fine. Females, you better do your thing. You better do your thing, and don't ever let a guy just have you dealing with him and nobody else, but he's dealing with you and different women. Don't do that. And if you want him to be your one and only, you need to let him know that, because maybe you haven't let him know that. Maybe you don't want him dealing with other women, and he doesn't know that. And a lot of times we think people know things because we know things. I say that often. They don't know it until you tell them. You say, honey, I don't like this. I don't like that you did that to me. I don't like that you said that to me. That you rubbed me the wrong way. You don't tell them that.
So baby booming.
No.
Thing. No, it's this.
No,
because
no,
these days,
no.
Listen up. I don't like none of that you talking about. Switch that. No, I'm just playing, y'all. I'm just playing. My auntie is hilarious.
See, these young people, they like to argue and fuss and get all crazy. No.
I don't like to argue. Let me say what I got to say. Listen, comprehend, because I listen to him. Listen, comprehend, and everything will be fine. That's it. That's all. A lot of people don't listen. Listen.
That's true. You have to listen. And how do you do that? Be quiet while the other person is talking. Don't try to think about what you want to say while that person is talking. Mm-hmm. Listen. Pay attention. That's how you're going to get from point A to point B. Again, I said, when communication, you have to be able to understand the other person's point of view. You're not trying to convince them, persuade them, or influence them. You want them to understand you, you understand them, and then respect their opinion, their point of view. That's what communication is all about.
Respect is what this generation lacks as well. I ain't even gonna say this generation. Everybody lacks.
We have
respect.
Yes, people my age, men and women, and I'm not just saying that women, that men are crazy, although they are. But we love them. There's nothing we can do without them. They're cuckoo for cuckoo puffs. But I mean, hey, what you gonna do without them? Black, white, multicolor, polka dot. Women, we love our men. But we have to become more conscious of, I love myself more.
Who? And we're going to end with that because we're going to talk about that on Wednesday. So again, thank you guys for tuning in.
Oh, wait a minute. We're going to talk about self-care. We're going to talk about self-care in so many levels. So over the next couple of hours or days, because we're going to talk this Wednesday.
We're going to go on this Wednesday.
We're going to go on this Wednesday. Now, you know what? We don't know what time we're going to go on because we're busy. I mean, I was out and...
We got things going on.
We have things that
we have other businesses that we will talk about.
And we absolutely love interacting with you guys. We really do. And we're going to look at all the comments and we're going to talk about them. And Wednesday, we're going to talk about self-care. And it's not just for women, because men need to understand they are important too.
You is smart.
You is smart.
What she saying, the help? What? You is kind. Y'all's important.
See that? And we need you guys. We absolutely, we love you. We adore you. But you got to get yourselves together. And we'll talk about that later.
All right. Share this video, guys. And also, I will be dropping more news on our Facebook page as well, SipTalkGrow. Make sure you follow that, like it if you haven't already. We do have an Instagram page as well. And we are on Spotify, Apple Music, and all streaming platforms. So guess what? Still learning the kinks. She's still learning the kinks, but I put us on Spotify, Tidal, all that. So if you don't, or you can't listen to us while you're driving, just go on the podcast, go Apple Podcasts, Apple Music, I think, Spotify, and it's a whole nother streaming service too. Go on our page. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Auntie, what are you talking about right now? You're going to get blocked from the live. And Patricia Creighton will never be on the live again.
You're not supposed to give people name. What did she say? I can't read it.
Her last name is right there.
Oh.
Bye.
Oh, I can't read it.